Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
What up, Fight Bus? Canelo Alvarez said that he's never gonna fight BENAVIDEZ. He said to forget about that fight, to not even bring it up, that he's not gonna fight BENAVIDEZ. He said that in a recent interview with TV Azteca. He said that the only thing that's gonna happen is David's gonna come in 25 pounds heavier than him on the night of the fight, and that he's not gonna gain anything from fighting BENAVIDEZ. So I don't know why these reporters though don't do any follow-up questions, because he said, oh well, I'm not gonna gain anything from fighting BENAVIDEZ. So I would have followed up with, okay, so then what do you gain from fighting Munguia? You know what I mean? So they don't ask him these questions, and I get it. I get why they ask him. They don't want to piss him off, because if they do, he's not going to give him airtime, no interviews. So I get why they walk on eggshells with Canelo, but those are the questions that they need to ask him. Okay, so what do you gain from fighting Munguia? Even though I am pretty excited for the fight, I think Canelo knocks him out, and it is going to be an entertaining fight, and I'm actually very excited, and I will watch that fight. But, at 168, Canelo's got the 4 belts, right? And BENAVIDEZ has been the mandatory fighter for a few years now. You know what I mean? So he does gain a lot from fighting BENAVIDEZ. It's a mandatory fight. Just like when he won all the 4 belts, he yielded him, knocked him out in like 2 rounds, and he said, well, hey, it was a mandatory fight, I had to fight him. Okay, well, BENAVIDEZ is also a mandatory fight, so why do you fight Yildirim when he's a mandatory, but not BENAVIDEZ when he's a mandatory? But I get it, BENAVIDEZ is the big guy, and he will have the weight advantage if they fight, but just do a rehydration clause. That he does that and he did that with most of his opponents. So if he does that with BENAVIDEZ, it would have been normal. There's nothing new about that, because he does that with a lot of his opponents. So just do that. If he's a bigger guy, do a rehydration clause. I would rather see the fight with an advantage for Canelo for a rehydration clause than to not see it at all. Again, with that, I'm saying Canelo could choose, and he's at a point right now in his career where he could pick whoever he wants to fight. And I like that, because that means you're the man. You know what I mean? So, but when there's a mandatory fight your mandatory, get him out of the way, and then fight them. Then you can fight whoever you want. And I still think Canelo beats BENAVIDEZ at this moment. You know what I mean? So, but that's a whole different topic. I will have a breakdown for Canelo versus Munguia. Stay tuned for that, and let me know what you guys think.